Welcome to the AvP2 News Podcast. This is our fourth episode that we've been meticulously planning for the last 3 years. Budget constraints aside, officials say that there's no reason to be alarmed about our program's extremely long hiatus. So, have a seat and tune into AvP2 News, where integrity meets game journalism. There has been a lot going on since our last update, so please allow us to fill you in on what's rocking the AvP2 community these days. First, we must return to bear some unfortunately bad news. The creators of Aliens vs. Predator 2, Monolith Productions, has been shut down earlier this year in a blow to the gaming industry. Warner Bros. Games shut down Monolith Productions back in February of this year. The acclaimed gaming studio behind hits like Middle-earth, Shadow of War, and Mordor, First Encounter, Assault Recon, Fear, and Aliens vs. Predator 2. The closure to the studio on February 26th came amid a major corporate restructuring as Warner Bros. Pivoted to fewer high-impact franchises following money setbacks from underperforming titles. Monolith's Wonder Woman project was also axed in these cuts, leaving hundreds of talented developers out of work. Warner Bros. Insists this tough call will strengthen focus and success of DC and Harry Potter blockbusters. Fans, including the AvP2 community, mourn the loss of a 30-year innovator and influential icon of the gaming industry. This unfortunate development means that the long-standing rumors of Monolith returning to do an AvP3 or potentially an AvP2 remaster are finally laid to rest. And where does that leave the AvP2 community? While Monolith may be gone, its legacy lives on, especially in the community. Despite Monolith's shuttered doors, the world they created in Aliens vs. Predator 2 is far from abandoned. In fact, community mod developer Jackpot released the AvP2 online cooperative mod. For the first time ever in the community, functional cooperative gameplay in AvP2 is fully operational. Goodbye, ex-co-op mod, you absolute hack job! Goodbye to the T-posing NPCs, and goodbye to the teleporting alien drones that take 7,654,289,000 and 355,120 pulse rifle bullets to put down. Remember all that brokenness in those UMP3 co-op maps? Or dare I mention the X-co-op mod again? Yeah, Jackpot fixed all of that. So go ahead and give the AvP2 cooperative mod a try. We left a link in the video description for our viewers. The cooperative mod enables co-op campaign online gameplay where multiple players can work together through the official AvP2 storyline or even on custom single-player maps. AI enemy support is restored and enabled for multiplayer gameplay, so every xenomorph, predator, and NPC works exactly like they did in single-player. The mod features quality-of-life tweaks for the new game mode and keeps the original feel of the game intact. This mod breathes new life into this community. If you haven't yet, try it today. For our viewers only, you can get 100% completely off the price with discount code AvP2 News Podcast. What are you waiting for? Grab your pulse rifles and go. Okay, now it's time for tonight's biggest story. Sometime between our last broadcast and now, a mystery has developed and settled in the community. Questions from concerned community members have been mounting over the unexplained disappearance of a local community messiah. We are, of course, speaking about Mantos. Yes, that Mantos, the mute and unwavering spiritual leader of AvP2's dominant religion, Mantosianity, hasn't been seen since a zealous Christian missionary entered the community. Investigators reached out to Rykov, the steward of the server logs. Rykov failed to remember when Mantos was last registered in the community's server list reports, and when Rykov checked his archive, it was missing. Someone stole my AvP2 server list logs. Who would do such a thing? Rykov said in a press conference. Now, we don't want to name names until all the facts are in, but suspiciously, during the time frame of Mantos's disappearance, the Christian missionary that recently joined the Discord had begun proselytizing to all the local Mantosites. He started out preaching the good word, offering personal testimonies, prayed, and he even taught hymns to the cute little Mantosite nooblets as they held on to their railguns. In recent years, Mantosites had stopped paying homage to the Temple of Mantos. While that was going on, Mantos quietly vanished from the Primal Hunt server that he blessed with his holy presence. Authorities are unsure whether this was due to the difficulty involved in completing a pilgrimage to Primal Hunt, which is required to reach Mantos, or whether the Mantosites were effectively enraptured by the missionaries' teaching. But this is the news where we ask the real questions, folks. Was there foul play involved at the root of all this? Despite what you may be thinking on how this played out, remember that this is the AvP2 community. After all, where did you think all of that peaceful harmony and compassionate discussion was bound to lead to? Whether from the missionary or, quite frankly, anyone. Yep, you probably guessed it. A flame war! Yep, the Discord devolved into a shooting gallery yet again. Don't worry, folks, just close your eyes and take a deep breath in while counting for 2 seconds. 1, 2. Now hold your breath for a count of 3. 1, 2, 3. And finally breathe out for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now there, open your eyes and you guessed it. Everything is all right. The perpetrator is now in the penalty box. Authorities are still conducting background investigations into Mantos' disappearance. The heavenly figure held a benevolently stabilizing presence over the community in recent years. Some say he came down from the heavens after hearing AvP2 Primal Hunt was back online and had to get back at some spawn-killing noobs with a well-timed self-destruct. While other community members say he was Primal Hunt's biggest die-hard fan and after too much excitement had passed away unexpectedly after joining the first online Primal Hunt multiplayer deathmatch in 13 years. As his soul slipped away, his virtual ancient predator carried on, lingering on a Primal Hunt server. Mantos, once a living presence that always spammed the Predator pistol, now a silent statue, idle, AFK, in the world he had once loved. The more technically minded of the community forged their own theories that it was yet another sad and tragic story of a man trying to play AvP2 Primal Hunt just like it was back in the good old days. But this time on his new beast rig with build specs that nobody could argue with. NVIDIA RTX 5090 Titans in NVLink, liquid-cooled with a 128-core AMD Threadripper Pro 7995WX and 1.5 terabytes of RAM, triple 8K HDR monitors, haptic feedback gaming chair with full-body rumble, 3 liquid-cooled mechanical gaming keyboards, twin 20-button mice for macro maxing, plugged-in VR headset with dedicated eye-tracking module and motion-tracking gloves, 2 external USB RAID enclosures for quote and unquote backups, a USB-powered espresso machine with RGB lighting, external water chiller, and a biometric fingerprint and retinal scanners for security. But this tragic soul did not get the memo on dinput.dll. They spend their days screaming at their monitor, wondering why none of the controls work and why every control in the options menu is unassigned and resetting to defaults doesn't fix it. In some neighborhood somewhere, one can hear faint screaming yells of, "Why the bleep isn't this working?" Determined, they're unraveling day after day as they try to figure out how to get the controls working in Primal Hunt on their premium gaming rig, while random players walk up to his idle ancient predator character to pay homage and be blessed by him, or the occasional antagonistic apostate joins the server and Spawn kills him. Some heard him even screaming, "I'm missing all these free kills! Stop spawn killing me, you noob! What the hell is a D3D emulation error? Dang it, do I have to buy another Titan 5090 RTX to get this damn game to work?" Well, folks, that takes us into our next and final story for tonight. Are you having trouble getting this old Lithtech gem from 2001 running on your PC? You're in luck, because after answering a rumored 4,294,967,296 AvP2 technical support questions, King Kenny and the rest of the AvP2 Discord tech support staff have put together an ultimate guide to installing Aliens vs. Predator 2 and getting it working on your PC in 2025. Have you been itching to play AvP2 or had trouble getting it to run? Then check the links in the description for the ultimate guide for getting AvP2 and Primal Hunt working on your computer. This may seem like a controversial take, but here I go anyways. Do not be like Mantos. Follow the ultimate guide to getting AvP2 working on your PC and enjoy. I will have you know that you are not alone in getting AvP2 to work on a modern PC. Thousands have ran into the same issues you're having, and the ultimate guide to getting AvP2 installed and working on your PC is the answer. Once again, check the links in the description or join the AvP2 Discord. But first, take a look at the guide before asking support for assistance, because likely you're running into a known issue that has a solution. And if you're still stuck, find help in the AvP2 Tech Support Forum channel in the AvP2 Discord. Well, that is all that we have for you tonight, folks. We wish you a pleasant evening and hope to see you back here again next time for the AvP2 News Podcast, where integrity meets game journalism. So is that all then? All right, let's get the fuck out of here.